Hello, welcome back to my page, Harmony Lives in Me. My name is Christine, and I will be sharing my meditation with you all. I read my meditations on a regular basis. Sometimes I might not get to them every morning, but throughout the day, I have them on my phone, and it's a way of connecting my spiritual self with the universe, with God, with my inner self. It's a way to feed my spirit, feed my soul, my mind, and my body. And my first one is talking about worry. And I've heard people say that it's a sin to worry, but it's almost very difficult not to worry. But it's something that you have to discipline yourself to do, and it doesn't happen overnight, but it can um, just really drain you if you worry on a constant basis. In this first meditation, it starts off saying, "Don't worry, be happy." And we've all heard that phrase. It was this song by Bobby McFerrin a long time ago. Worry is a vampire that drains life of its force. That means you and I. Worry stagnates the mind, creating imbalance in the immune system, weakens the throat, your power and authority center. It impairs the ability to see beyond the thing being worried about. We worry about things we cannot control. We worry about the past, the future. We worry about things we cannot do or have not done and how they would affect what we are doing right now. We worry about what we do not have, cannot get, and things we have lost. Worry creates confusion, disorder, and helplessness. Then we worry because we cannot figure things out. We must eliminate the tendency to worry without worrying if it will work out. Take the situation that, uh, that you're worrying about. Briefly and concisely write it down. Place the paper on which you have written in a window facing the sun. Make a commitment to yourself and let it go and move on. Everyone knows that when sunlight hits a vampire, and it described worry as a vampire at the beginning of this meditation. Everyone knows that when sunlight hits a vampire, it first shrivels up and then it is gone. So, and it ends, "I am worry free." So, you know, try doing that little exercise. Just write it down, put it in the window, and let it face the sun. And believe. You have to believe and trust that God will take care of it. And there's no need of doing it if you're not going to believe and trust that God will take care of everything and make everything turn out all right in the end. Oops, sorry. And my next meditation is going to be about relationships. We are coming up to Valentine's Day, and we all um, think about relationships when we think about Valentine's Day. Um, but this meditation kind of fell real close to Valentine's Day on this date, February 13th. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. And this meditation starts out by saying, let me get to it. "I will know love when I realize relationships never die, they just change." Some people stay in unsatisfying relationships just to be able to say they stayed. At times, we stay simply because we are tired of walking away. Or we may stay for the bragging rights to be able to say, "I did my best. I tried really hard. I gave all I had to give." Or we may stay hoping against hope that things will get better, that we will one day get what we believe we have given. Sometimes we stay just to prove we can stay. The question is, What are you really proving? And I know each one of those examples of why you stayed, I know it hit a nerve in so many people. I know it one hit my nerve. I thought it would get better. Things would change. I was staying hoping that what I gave, that I will receive back. Um, but the question is, what are we really proving? And it go on to give an example of a child. As a child, we learn how to take a spanking. We learn how to run, how to hide, how to duck, dodge, and cover the various parts of our bodies to avoid the pain of a spanking. If we are lucky, we eventually master just what we do and how to do it to lessen the blows. The question is, what do you say about yourself when you show that you know how to take a beating? And so it's given this example with this child learning how to master taking a spanking, which while we are staying in a relationship, we learn how to do all these things to avoid, to find reasons to master our uh, justify staying. And it goes on to say, in relationship, it is quite possible to stay long after it is healthy or wise to do so. But you can only duck and dodge for so long. You can only take so much. You can only master what you know is coming, which leaves you completely unprepared for new developments. To stay for the sake of staying could hurt you or get you hurt. Beyond the physical, mental, and emotional pain, there is a damage that is done to your spirit. There is the damage that is done to your spirit. When that damage happens and there is no way to duck, run, or hide from the pain, when that damage happens, there is no way to duck, run, or hide from the pain. Until today, you may have considered yourself brave for staying in a relationship or other situation because you knew how to stay. You've mastered it. You learned how to duck this or dodge that or cover up this. You learned how to tell yourself that you've lessened the pain. But doing all this ducking and dodging and lessening the blows, it's saying that what you've really done, you stand for the wrong reasons. You're damaging your spirit. Until today, you may have considered yourself brave for staying in a relationship or other situation because you knew how to stay. Just for today, be devoted to evaluating why you stay, what you must do to stay, and whether or not staying is causing you spiritual pain. And it ends saying, today, devote yourself to the examination of my motives and methods for staying in a situation where I could possibly get hurt. Oh, I know I can begin to think of how many people are in relationships for just some of those reasons. And it can be very painful and spiritually and emotionally damaging. And I know some people, like myself, I had to free myself. And there's nothing more rejuvenating and spiritually rewarding than to be at peace with yourself. Just love on yourself. And sometimes that is enough. And on my next meditation, I wanted to share about the joy. It's called the joy of anticipation. I am confident of this very thing, that he who began a good work in you will perfect it. Whatever God starts in you, he finishes it. God always finishes what he starts. That was a verse from Philippians 1:6. All who love Christ desire to be like him in spiritual perfection and absolute holiness. We want to please him in every respect. However, That noble pursuit is often met with frustration and discouragement as human frailties and sin block our pathway. And they're talking about walking as a Christian. You're going to be met with all kinds of things that will frustrate you and wonder if you should stay on this path or not. And Paul's cry in Romans 7 is ours as well. That which I am doing, I do not understand, for I am not practicing what I would like to do, but I am doing the very thing I hate. I find then the principle that evil is present in me, the one who wishes to do good. Wretched man that I am, who will set me free from the body of this death? And that was in Romans 7, verse 15, 21, and 24. And he answers, his answer resonates with confidence and relief. Thanks be to God through Jesus Christ our Lord. That's verse 25. Paul was convinced that God always completes the good work of salvation he begins in every believer, a work that progressively conforms us to the same image of his Son. That might seem like a painfully slow process in time, but be assured he will complete it. All whom he justifies will be glorified. Rejoice in knowing that you belong to God and that he is conforming you to the image of his Son. See every event of this day as part of that process. Yield to the Spirit's prompting and take heart that God will accomplish his work. So if you decide that you want to walk with God, always believe that he will finish a good work in you. Thank you for coming to my page. Have a blessed day, and check me on Amazon.com. I write to inspire, motivate, and encourage.